myself back into fucking action here. I got a lot of life crap going on, and I don't like fucking complaining and making excuses. But I'm gonna rant and talk shit anyway. So now that I'm started, now that we're here, welcome to the show. I have no formal plan here, I'm just going off of whatever the fuck. Probably more lines of just talking about my day. Saying like, yeah, fuck, I thought that was funny. Yeah, fuck, that shit was cool. Yeah, fuck. I think I'm just gonna do a skull or a face or something. Or a hybrid of that. Let me see. This is still just an introductory piece. I'm not gonna be doing this all the fucking time. Because after a while, I get the fucking swing of it, and I'll just be like, oh yeah, fuck this. But hopefully you'll like it, and it'll be fun. Funny, or something. Hopefully. It's still an just cut me some fucking slack. I'm working with a pen, Zebra pen. I like these pens. They're very good pens. Oh, I dropped it. Yeah. God damn. Getting old as horse shit. I don't recommend it, but do you if you gotta. Yeah, it won't be like this all the time, but this is the first one. Yay! Fun stuff. They'll typically last, I don't know, as long as the rants go. I don't really have too much to rant about anyway. They need to be public or nothing like that, but it'll just be something fun. For now. I have no focus at this point whatsoever. I'm just gonna fucking go along with whatever the fuck my hand does. But skulls are the typical. Who doesn't love a good fucking skull fuck? If I'm gonna talk about the YouTube, yeah, that's more or less just, it's like me having a TV channel, like me having public access channel kind of thing. That's how I'm treating it anyway. So it's gonna be, if you do care, if you want to think about it, like a me variety hour kind of thing. But it's typically just playing video games, making jokes, drawing whatever the fuck like this, making jokes. Maybe even other assorted shit and making jokes. But it'll be fun. I like to think. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out together. Or at least, as long as you're watching this. I'm trying to figure that out. I don't want to be a YouTuber. I don't want to be an influencer. I don't want to be fucking... I just need a place to put this energy that I got to do what the fuck I'm doing right now. So I can not have to give a fuck about... I don't know. I don't know. Put the energy in the fucking shit. Yeah. Makes sense. But today, I'm doing a skull from imagination. Yay! And I do have a skull that I got from Amazon a while ago. It's a medical anatomical skull. It's been with me for a while. And it's missing some of the peg things that go from like around here, around town. Like the top part and then the bottom half, it's missing these like little joints that are in there. I've just had it for so long and it's moved around a lot. Its name is what's his name? Still kind of haven't really settled on a name yet. I don't know, but maybe just the guy. Yeah, this will be a portrait of the guy. All one word. I also do a little bit of writing, some poetry. That's not gonna be. That'll be more on my music part, I guess. I do want to do music. I have a guitar. I love music. Fucking love music. But I finally, just kind of recently, was able to actually get myself an actual fucking acoustic guitar so I can play a fucking legitimate instrument. And I know I'm 31 and all, but that comes with maybe other things I might talk about later. But the general consensus of that is I'm trying to catch up on. Yeah. While I can. While I'm still capable. Let's just leave that at that. But, excuse me. Yeah, I don't know. I do that. And I try to tie that into some of the art I'm doing. Yeah. There's a bunch of dogs. I don't know what the fuck's that about. Somebody's pissed. Something's going on. I don't know. But I live in a very small community. And I also work in it. Such as. But, yeah. This is generally the art bit. Just me showcasing that, hey, yeah, I do know what the fuck I'm talking about. Kinda. I'm kinda good at what the fuck I'm doing. I'm kind of at least showcasing that and having fun, talking shit, blah, 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 blah. Having fun. Let's see. What else? I don't know. What the fuck was I already talking about? In case you haven't already clocked it, I got a bit of an attention problem, a focusing problem. I don't know. I don't want to talk too personally yet. I just want to build that up after a while. Art. Yeah. Duh. The themes I usually drive in and around about are typically death, addiction, sex, like humanity shit. You know, like just how much it kind of sucks being a fucking human being. And then at the same time, within the same hand, that it can still be beautiful. It's more of an encouragement thing, but with utilizing that. Yeah, shit sucks, but you're gonna be fine. And you do have to keep fighting, and it does suck. So it's like a morbid optimism, I would say. Yeah, a morbid optimism. I'm still not sure if there's probably already a word for it, but existentialism, I don't know. A philosophy fucking thing. But yeah, I don't know. Something along the lines of that. Just, death isn't something to be scared of or to be reached towards of, but it's like, it's a part of life and just accept it and, you can still have fun and be a human being and enjoy yourself while also realizing the bad parts. You can do both, I guess, is the ultimate thing that I kind of want to get at. That I want to try to reach and hopefully express in the shit that I do. It's like, yeah, fucking shit sucks. everything is fucked. Ripping someone's head off. But don't really know why, but I want just to die. Rip someone's head off. But like that's okay. You don't have to be a fucking, you don't have to hurt anybody about it. You can still find something else to do. Sort of. I don't know. I think I'm also wording that wrong, and I want to be very delicate with that because I do take that shit very seriously. But yeah, that's kind of the general consensus, the general idea of what I want to try to express. Is that, yeah, death is very real. Pain is real. You don't have to. You can be in pain. Like, it's okay. Like, it's okay. It's not evil, That's kind of also a bit where, especially in art or whatever, usually, I don't know. Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, let's take that for example. Like, he's a Grim Reaper. He's dead. But he's not neither really here nor there. He's just doing his job, kind of, and Billy and Mandy refuse to fucking die. Like, Memento Mori, I suppose. Yeah, Memento Mori. But more creatively than just drawing a fucking skull and be like, hey, fuck, you're gonna fucking die. But more of a matter of appreciating life and why you have it and why you can do it. And just make the best of it. Because it's pretty creative. It can happen. Whether you like it or not, it happens. So, more or less, make sure you're being a good shit in the meanwhile. This is starting to kind of look like a pig. I think I look like a pig. Put a snoot. I don't want to put a snoot on it. I'll just do this. I don't know. I'm just fucking around. Hey. I'm having a good time. Let's get creative. Green's not a creative person. Yeah. But I also haven't fucking researched much of anything at all. And I know this part. D. B. Is pretty bad. I know it's bad. It should be more like this. I think. Well, anyway. Yeah, I don't know. This is still kind of fucked up because I'm looking at it at a weird angle. This my phone camera kind of fucking sucks, so I have to fucking lean. Let me try this. There. Shit was like in my face. But it also doesn't have to be that either. I'm also working my pen. So I can still just cross that out. The parts I do like this, that, to be more accurate, and this part. But the part, I don't know, how do I say this? The thing I like about drawing most of the time is that it's like sculpting, but with like, I can't afford fucking clay, or, well, maybe even Play-Doh. Maybe I could do it. No, I'm not going to do it. But I can't afford that. But it's like thinking in a three-dimensional space and trying to make it so. Like, it's fun. But it still sucks. But anyway, let me take another drink. That's about it. Kind of. This is pretty much, the introductory part. I don't know. I like hanging out. But this is pretty much all I do. In a way. I play video games. I think, draw about art. Write shit down. Be a menace. Listen to music. And try to make sure that I'm not fucking hurting nothing. Not that it's, fuck. I don't know. That's hard to say. And that sounds like shit, but I know what I mean. But what I mean is, I don't know. Life is fucking hard, man. For everybody. And for me at this moment, I'm only getting older. Trying to support my family. And yeah, that can't be just, you can't just not do that. Gotta find a way, make a way. And I also live in a very small community, and they also like making things somewhat difficult. They got their own problems. Everyone's got their shit, you know? It's kind of a way of dealing. But I'm hoping that with doing this, I can at least make some light again. And be creative and be an artist. Because a lot of the stuff that's on my Instagram is, it's old. But that's when I was really happy and content with and very certain of what I was doing. But I was also in a better place of being able to do so. So I guess it's kind of like a I don't know, because I didn't want to do tattoos. And this is not to disparage at all whatsoever people who do tattoos, because it is an art form in and of itself. Like, they're very respectable artists. But I would get asked that all the time. Oh, you can draw? Oh, can you draw me a tattoo? Whatever the fuck. And I can't, and I don't want to. I don't want to. But, like, there's still, it's kind of like that thing. That kind of sort of thing, I suppose. And, yeah. Where the fuck was I going with that? I don't know. I don't know. It's the assumptions and the, people assuming shit at you just because you can do something. And just drawing in and of itself, like with tattoos, are permanent. I will not design it. Just don't fucking ask me. Don't fucking ask me at all. This is the only tattoo I have. Right? And I did it myself. Stick and poke. And the culture around it, like I said, I'm not knocking it. But it's like, that still deserves its own respect and place. I'm just not about it. But they are artists. So there's a point and circumstance, pomp and circumstance, point and circumstance, whatever, for doing what you want to do to express yourself, to express what you want to express, to say what you want to say. There's different ways of going about it. It doesn't have to be, you know, fuck, this is all kind of weird. I'm trying to remember my anatomy. There's a point in place for, like, doing the damn thing. Like, you're trying to say something. Trying to say something that either words can't express, or it's just a feeling. And just, like, I like a lot of older etchings, like from 1900s to, or 18 something to 1900s, some like etchings. I don't know. I know what I'm talking about in my head, but I can't vocalize it that well. But once I figure that out, like I said, this is, you know, my first video introduction. But there's a lot of that just kind of, you know, art throughout history. It's like we're all kind of trying to beat around the same bush, you know, but it applies itself in different ways. So that's important to know, you know your place, I guess. But without being like, you know, you're not, well, to be a slave to art is something. Everyone's a whore for something, as so somebody said. That I don't remember. I read it. Someone said that. Everyone's a whore for something. But even with that, it's like, that's still true. Though maybe it came from a different context, or wherever the fuck it fucking came from. It doesn't make it any less valuable being said. And it's important because it's still the human experience. And that's what I'd like to try to express myself. Though death is still very personally to me too, as well. A major thing. This was a philosophy thing or idea that I had, which, I mean, I know it's not totally original, but I did come, because, like I said, the only fucking education I had was high school, and I had to work and take care of my family and all that shit. That's where I feel like I could take credit, I guess, that, I don't know. I already forget. That, I don't know. Like, everyone comes up with that, you know? Life is worth living. But you have to find your own way of cutting about it. Ooh, I like that. I like that little dot there. But life is worth living, etc., etc. That's not, like, it's just a human thing to want to fucking give a shit about your fucking life, you know? And it's a good thing to want to do that. Though it comes in different, maybe, textures or flavors or whatever. But it's still the same. Yeah. I like to try to draw from that. I wouldn't say I'm a total fly on the wall, but something like that. Just been observant, just watching people, and how things happen, and how things cut about, and the emotions that go on, like I feel them. I have big emotions. That probably should be something to be said about my work and what goes into it. I have very big emotions. I know people most of the time talk about that with children, but people do that too. Like, I don't think everyone's just crazy. There's not just a label on that. But I have to be delicate with it, because sometimes people really do actually need fucking help. Maybe I do. I'm not trying to make light of, like, oh yeah, just fucking run around, do whatever the fuck you want. No, it's not what I'm trying to say. You should have some sense of keeping yourself together, of knowing where you are, of knowing, be able to interpret expectations and reality, where, those are differences. Like, yeah, you have obvious expectations, general day to day, but about life in general, because that's still really important. But I think that's really where I draw from, is that, like, the difference between reality and expectations, the difference between being alive and being dead, and what our expectations and relevant feelings and situations, behaviors stem from making decisions, and how those decisions interact with each other, because we all do that. I think we all do that. Maybe not to, like, an extreme extent all the time, but subconsciously and all that shit, etc. It's a human trait. Like, I'm just as human as anyone else, Though I know parts of my personal experience are intrinsic to myself, it doesn't mean that, like with the evolution of the internet, everyone's now all connected, whatever. Blah, 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 blah. Now I'm starting to sound like a podcast, but that's what the fuck. It's what I'm trying to fucking, yeah. Also play with and figure out and make art and have fun. I've actually made some very good friends. People that I know and love and adore. And I'm glad, we all get to grow up still. That kind of thing. That's, yeah. It's not easy to talk about, for one. I'm not very good with words and talking this much. But I think it's great. I think it's something that people should explore. People should, kind of talk about, not just flagrantly, I'm using the wrong words, like so nonchalant. It shouldn't be so nonchalant, but at the same time, like, openly, like, just be like, fuck, man, I don't know, it should be, or at least maybe if not talked about, then this would be a good way to fucking do it, having an art piece, this is, yes, yeah, so I'm kind of circling back around, borderline jerking myself off about, yeah, that's kind of the point that I would like to make, is that death is inevitable, but it doesn't mean it's evil. So you should, in your own way, whatever you do, whoever you are, wherever you're coming from, should consider, like, how and why you're gonna die, And if you do, then, or if you at least know it's coming, or some shit like that, fucking, then Think about how you live. And there's nothing political about it. Nothing. Like, I want to take the politics out of it. I want to take all that shit out of it. Like, we can all love the same kind of fucking music one way or another. You know? Like, just take that part of the equation out of it. And just think about, like, what the fuck are you doing? Be more introspective. It's introspection, I suppose. But with my introspection, it's a lot about death. However, that happens. So I can't say that I'm that fucking smart. But it's thinking about that. Be introspective. Like, give a shit about yourself without being everyone's throwing narcissistic around like it's a goddamn weapon. But or selfish or whatever the fuck. But it's not selfish to like think that like, oh fuck, maybe I'm kind of fucking up, or something. And then when someone else says that kind of helps, that kind of thing. Like, oh shit, maybe I might be fucking up. Something they said, like, fuck, that kind of rings, but it kind of hurts. Like, ah, fuck, well, why does that ring? Why does it hurt? And like, try to use death, like, know that you're gonna die, and then try to improve upon it. Like, because this is the only life you're gonna fucking have, and you're gonna fucking die. Your body's gonna fucking fail. And this is all the memories that you will fucking have, and you will enact and be upon that behavior. Are you proud of that behavior? Are you happy with what you did? Or are you going to regret it? Are you going to just die with regret? Die with fear in your heart? Die bad? Like, just, I don't know. That's pretty fucking intense. But that's the general consensus of what I'm trying to fucking make. Generally. Because I don't know. I have a lot of that. And I'm a fucking human being. I can't be the only one. So I would rather not. Yeah. I'd rather not die thinking that, everyone else is a piece of shit except me. I don't want to die like that. Because I don't believe that. But it's very easy to fucking kind of get into thinking like that. Because people aren't that introspective. So, yeah. But that's my general thought and idea. Like, maybe people just, and it's not selfish, it's not narcissistic, it's like, fuck. It's like, when you lay in bed at night and no one's around you, when the doors are closed and there's nothing but you and God, kind of thing. Not that religion is supposed to be brought into it, but I think I've expressed enough to say what the fuck that means. Hold on. A bunch of my artwork's falling out now. But that, like, when it's just you and you alone, when the doors are closed, there's no one else around you, there's nothing else going on, when it's just between you and God, how do you feel about yourself? And are you expressing that well or not? Are you okay with that? Can you be okay with that? Yeah. That kind of thing. But I gotta take a piss. Oh. Okay, so to cut it down, 40 minutes. Okay. Anyway, if you've made it this far, it's not always going to be like this, for one. I'm not always going to be talking like this, or whatever. There'll probably be... They will probably be shorter than this, if anything. I'll most likely working on projects I already started or something or whatever. But there will be days like this, like today. This is not everything. This is what I'm saying. But so far, I'm having fun. I feel good. And I don't know. I mean, it could work faster. I could fucking figure it out. But anyway. So to cut all that short, I guess say goodnight. I gotta work. I still have a job. I still gotta eat. I still gotta relax. I still gotta go to bed. I still gotta sleep. I still have to do all that shit. That's my general excuse me, thing that I think and what I want to try to represent in my art. And I think that's okay. Art is meant to be creative. But this is my introduction. Yeah. Some of my influences: Goya, Norman Rockwell, for sure. His contemporaries, which I did see. I just can't name them off the top of my head right now, but there's one I got laughed at about by an art friend of mine who has since passed. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not trying to demand shit, talk shit. That's what this is for. But, like, it won't be like this all the goddamn time. I will say that. This is my first time doing this. I promise it won't be this fucking intense. But I did have a really good time. And this is kind of generally how I want to keep going, kind of about things. So, I don't know. I still got 20 minutes. I might as well. Might as well. But yeah. So, I want to talk about, because it's still under, yeah. I have to remind myself, I'm sorry. It's still, yeah. I don't know. The YouTube channel in and of itself is just kind of me doing this. I will get better at it once I practice it a bit more. But this is seriously still one of my favorite bits. I'm looking forward to fucking doing it more. And it's not just because I just sat here and just talked to myself for fucking hours on end. But this, I haven't sat here and actually sketched and fucked around and been able to be an artist in a long time. And, yeah. It's really important to me. I really love being an artist, even if it sucks. I'm still trying to find my brand of, well, not just my brand, but myself as an artist. Trying to figure out what the fuck, because I keep doing, I could never really get a total hold on it. But I have some fucking concept. But it's been a while. And this got me to do that, I will say. Yeah. Because it's been a fucking minute since I really got to hold a pen, pencil, whatever, create something. It's been a fucking while. I actually don't hate this. I think I'm still kind of producing at least somewhat of an idea of a good concept that I kind of know what the fuck I'm doing. Hold on. Yeah. There we go. But it feels nice. This is more for me for now. This is practice. And it feels good. So hopefully, any of what I said kind of makes fucking sense. That's pretty much, really, the general consensus of the idea behind what the fuck I'm doing. And I'll be sure to fucking write a book about it. Not actually, I'm just, yeah. Thanks for sticking around. If you made it this far. Thank you. Hope it makes sense. Hope anything, if anything I've said, makes some kind of fucking sense. Because that'd be cool. But yeah. So, to bookend it, it's not always going to be exactly like it is today, or what this video is. It's just an introductory piece. But it's generally going to be like this. Generally, this is what I'm going to be doing. Just not this intense. Yeah. Easy peasy. But I had fun. I like it. Now I'm gonna let it fly. Gustave Dior, whatever the fuck. Gustave something. But anyway, I'm about done. But I had a really good time. I feel better. Pretty much that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to feel better. And be a good shit and share something that I got in my fucking dumbass noggin. So hopefully it works out. Thank you very much for listening. These videos, especially the art ones, definitely be fucking shorter. But, yeah, kind of get the idea. And then I don't have to explain myself no more. That helps me a lot. Now I don't have to fucking make it this much of a big fucking deal. Thank you. God bless. Love you. Hope you're being good. Be safe. Yeah. Okay, thanks. Love ya. Bye.